Hello ladies and gents, this is Matt and Alex at West Berks. We are playing our first 2,000 point... No, that's a lie. We're playing our first game of 8th edition 40k for the channel. We've played a couple of practice games, but we're doing a video now. We're playing 2,000 points of Adeptus Mechanicus with a Knight against 2,000 points of Blood Angels. Alex is running a Vanguard detachment with his Blood Angels, so he's got 4 command points. I am running a battalion plus the Auxiliary Lord of War, so I'm on 6. Belisarius Call's my Warlord, and there's a Sanguinary Priest somewhere that's Alex's Warlord. I do know which one it is, but he's the guy over there, isn't he?
Yes.
The black one of the two. We are playing Deadlock, so 6 objectives on the table. 1 in the crater, 1 in the barrels, 1 in the building down here, 1 in the building up here, 1 down there, and 1 under that predator, but just so we can see it, Alex has put it on top. We are playing the funny diagonal deployment zone that I can't remember. There's basically hammer and anvil, but with a point at each end. I can't remember what that is. I'll have a look in a second, and we'll come back to you. And once I talk about deployment, we'll say what it is. Alex is currently going first. I'm going to try and seize, but before we get on to the joys of that...
Scares me. You seized for the last 2 times against me.
I have. Oh, sorry, just nudge that.
But not in 8.
It's
not going to happen in 8.
Well, we'll see. We'll wait and see. So with that, I hope you enjoy the game. We're going to have some fun because it's the first proper game of 8 that we've played. And we will be back after the armies. Hi folks, here is 2,000 points of Adeptus Mechanicus with an Imperial Knight as a separate detachment. So, Warlord and First HQ, it is a battalion detachment, which we'll cover off in a second. So, Warlord and First HQ, Belisarius Call. The Warlord trait I've chosen gives +1 leadership to friendly units within 6. Second HQ is a Tech Priest Dominus. He has an Eradication Ray and a Macro Stubber, and obviously the axe that he comes with. Second HQ is also another Tech Priest Dominus. He has the Volkite Blaster and the Phosphor Serpenta, I think it's called. Yeah, Phosphor Serpenta. Moving into troops, we've got a 10-man unit of Vanguard with 2 Plasma Calivers. Is there anything else on there? Nope, Alpha doesn't have anything. We've got a 5-man unit of Rangers with 2 Transuranic Arquebuy. I assume that's the plural of Arquebus. With an Omnispex. Third troop choice is another unit of Vanguard, 5 this time, with 2 Arc Rifles, and the Alpha has an Arc Pistol and Arc Maul. We've got 3 Breachers. They've got Phosphor Blasters and Heavy Grav Cannons. I beg your pardon, they are Destroyers with Heavy Grav Cannons and Phosphor Blasters. We've then got 3 Breachers with Arc, Claws and Torsion Cannons. That's all my troops. Heavy support, we've got 2 individual Onagers. 1 with the Neutron Laser and Cognis Stubber. He has an additional Cognis Stubber. And a Broad Spectrum Data Tether on that guy as well. And the Icarus Array on the second one. No other upgrades on him. And then finally we have the Knight Warden with the Avenger Gatling Cannon, the Thunderstrike Gauntlet, and he has a Melter Gun in replacement of his Heavy Stubber, and obviously the Heavy Flamer under there. And that is 1,993 points. Looking forward to it. As I say, it's a battalion from the AdMech, and the Knight in the separate detachment. So let's go and see what Alex has got Blood Angel wise.
Okay.
Okay, so this is 2,000 points of Blood Angels. It's a Vanguard detachment, I want to say.
Yeah.
Cool, so let's start with the HQs.
Cool, yeah, so I've got a Sanguinary Priest.
Yep.
He is equipped with a Combi Melter, a Jump Pack, and a Power Axe.
Yep, and this one's your Warlord, yeah?
This one is, the black one is, yeah.
Yep, and he's got +1 attack on the charge. This is Warlock trait?
Yes, that's correct.
Cool.
Yep, yep. So we've got another exact same loadout.
Yep, okie dokie.
So basically, then we've got just pure elites.
Yep.
Got my Sanguinary Guard,
Yep.
WYSIWYG. So I say WYSIWYG. WYSIWYG melee-wise, but so we've got 2 axes, 3 swords.
Yeah.
The axes have both got the death masks.
Yep.
And the swords have all got Inferno pistols.
Cool.
So quite expensive.
Yeah.
Should wreck. So here, again, WYSIWYG. That's what it is.
Is that the sergeant in the middle?
It is.
Or with the...
with raised hammer.
Yeah,
Let's
cool.
do raised hammer.
Excellent.
Again,
Death
WYSIWYG
Company.
with the swords and the thunder
One
hammer.
thunder hammer, yep.
No, there's no like special weapons in anyone, and that's
Apart from
the
the thunder hammers.
Apart from the thunder hammer, well, the melee wise, yeah.
Yeah.
But again, this is thunder hammer. Everything else is swords.
Yeah, power swords, yeah.
Power swords, yeah. You
Cool.
can't not for 4 points. So, new edition, got another Thunderhawk. Not Thunderhawk, I wish I had a Storm.
You're not going to have 2 of them in 2,000 points, I don't think.
One probably. Storm Raven gunship, sorry.
Yep.
So basically it's got Hurricane Bolters, they're on order, they will be coming. This is actually going to be an assault cannon, and it's going to be heavy bolters.
Yep, okay.
They are what you see.
Yeah, 2 predators.
Yep.
Auto cannons and las cannons.
And then my other, this is WYSIWYG.
Yep.
So this is heavy bolters,
Yep.
las and hurricane bolters.
Okay, cool.
So yeah,
So that is 2,000 points of Blood Angels.
on the nose.
Yeah. Well, if you win, it's because I haven't spent 7 points. That's what it'll be.
Okay.
Okay, so let's do that, and we'll come back after deployment.
Orcs.
Fuck off. Okay, so you've seen the armies. We've given you a brief overview of the table. The deployment map that I had forgotten previously is called Spearhead Assault. So that's good. It's basically, as I said, hammer and anvil, but slightly shorter with a pointy bit going up the middle of the table. So Alex chose to deploy first. We won't go over individual deployment points because I've forgotten what I did in which order anyway. Suffice it to say, Alex deployed his first unit and finished way before I did because he's got like 4 things on the table. So we've got 2 Storm Ravens on the right. In the Death Company, Storm Raven is 6 Death Company with jump packs.
Yeah.
In the other Storm Raven is the 5 Sanguinary Guard and Sanguinary Priest, all with jump packs. 2 Predators in the middle, and the 5-man Death Company on the side over there. And facing them, we've got the 2 Onagers with a Tech Priest babysitting them. The 5-man Vanguard squad at the front, they're just going to leg it down to this objective. The Destroyers call the 10-man Vanguard squad, the Breachers over there with another Tech Priest next to them. The Knight, obviously, in the middle at the back, and the Rangers are up in this building here, holding on to that objective at the bottom and just get good line of sight for their Arquebuses. Arquebuses, I don't know. Arqueby. Right, so, as mentioned, Alex is currently going first.
Please don't seize. Don't seize.
It's coming.
Otherwise it's a hat-trick seize.
It's coming. Ah, disappointing. That's a 3. Okay, so no, I don't. Well, I probably could, but I don't want to. Okay. So Alex is going first. Before the game begins, or before the first turn begins, I am declaring Shroud's Arm as my canticle, which means +1 cover save, or +1 save. You count as if you're in cover.
Yeah.
If you're in cover, you don't get it.
So for everything, yeah.
Apart from the Knight.
Okay.
Because he's not AdMech.
Sure.
So that's that. Alex is going to sort his objectives out and we'll go into turn 1. Right, so that's the end of the movement phase in turn 1. 2 Storm Ravens have just motored forwards. Yeah. And they're full of scary stuff too. Terminators have deep struck in there, along with the Warlord Sanguinary Priest. And the 2 Predators at the back have stayed still.
And then these guys have just
and the
jumped
Death Company up there have
just
jumped up to grab that objective. So that's the end of the movement phase in turn 1. So we're going on to shooting now. That's the end of the shooting phase in turn 1 for the Blood Angels. Mixed bag, I would say. The Icarus Dunecrawler is gone. That was both Predators, I think, took that out in the end. Didn't explode, which is nice. Lots of other things from these two. I think it was the las cannons and the missiles on that one and the missiles on this one, I think.
Yeah.
Fired at this guy, but he either made all his saves or Alex rolled woefully badly for wounding.
Pretty bad.
Hurricane bolters. Lots of shots on hurricane bolters. Killed one of the destroyers and put 2 wounds on the other.
Yeah, it was a mix of the heavy bolters as well. Yeah, it was kind of a mix of everything. Kind of went just around here.
Pretty much.
Not a lot happened really.
No, apart from killing my onager.
Yeah.
So that's the end of the shooting phase. We're going on to assaults. The Terminators are going to try and go into the destroyers. So I'm going to roll some Overwatch, and I'm going to do it on camera because I can.
No,
that's a hit.
Damn it.
2's to wound because it's strength 8. That's a wound. -4.
So 3 up invulnerable, yeah.
If you're going to take it on a storm shield guy, it's a 3 up invulnerable.
Yeah, I will do.
Okay, that obviously means that he'll die. It's D6 damage.
Okay.
So a storm shield guy is dead.
Yeah, he's a sanguinary priest, so I can bring him back to that.
Not now, but
yeah.
Right, so now he's got his charge to roll. He needs a 9 because of where he's placed himself.
Yep.
I'll get him within an inch. That is a 5. You only got 3 left.
Yeah.
We're discussing command points. Alex used a command point earlier to put more damage on the onager.
Yeah. I don't know.
What are your chances of rolling a 5 on that one die?
Yeah, pretty low. But I want it. Just lost Overwatch. Fuck's sake. Nah.
Okay, so that's the end of the turn. There's no morale test to make because these guys have leadership high enough because they've got +1 for him.
Can you Overwatch again?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can.
I was going to say because I could potentially charge in with him. But
can if you like.
No.
Because Call gives +1 leadership because of the Warlord trait, so they don't need to take 1 because they only lost 1 guy. Terminators don't need to take 1 because they only lost 1 guy as well.
That's multiple wounds, but only 1 guy.
Yeah. It's models that you lose because otherwise a knight would end up having to take it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the end of that. Alex is going to roll a d3 for supremacy.
Oh,
that's a 1.
Come on.
So this turn, Alex scored first blood.
Is that
1 for supremacy, 1 for objective 2, and 1 for objective 1.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, objective 1, objective 2, and supremacy, which is
awesome.
D3.
And first blood. Okay, so that's the end of turn 1 for the Blood Angels. We'll go into turn 1 for the AdMech now, and I need to try and work out what the bleeding hell I'm going to do with 2 Storm Ravens, right, full of scary stuff. Okay, let's do it.
Yeah, I won't bother command point. I'm doing well with my roll.
Okay, so that's the end of turn 1 movement for the AdMech. The Onager stayed still. This Dominus stayed still. Knights move forwards. A little bit of shuffling with the Vanguard to get myself within 6 inches of Call for his reroll ability thing. Destroyers have moved up. Breaches have moved across. They were in 24. Well, now they're definitely within 24, all of them. Vanguard have moved that way. That Tech Priest has stayed still because he's got a heavy weapon, so there's no point moving him. And the Rangers have stayed still as well. I can't quite see that guy, unfortunately. I was hoping I might be able to snipe out your Warlord. Okay, so let's do some shooting. Call has healed the Destroyer, who lost his wounds last time. So we're going to shooting, and we're back in a mo. Alright, so that's the end of the shooting phase, and actually that's the end of turn 1 for the AdMech. I'm not going to make any charges. So unfortunately, I can't remember who shot what. All I know is the last wound was the heavy flame. Last wound off the Storm Raven was the heavy flamer from the knight.
So basically, this thing did pretty much all the damage into that.
Yeah.
It did like 10
I think
wounds.
it did, yeah.
Yeah, it did like 10 wounds.
Possibly even 11, because I think I pinged off 1 with the heavy stubber. That was the first thing I shot, and I pinged off 1 with the heavy stubbers. So these two,
brutal.
The knight and some other stuff shot at the red Storm Raven.
Guys and
well, that's just the pistol, I think, because the other one shot at the guy over there. So I've destroyed a Storm Raven. Didn't explode when I took it off, and nobody died when it got removed. And done 11 wounds to that one. Because they start at 14.
14, yeah.
So 11 wounds to that one. Yeah. Killed 2 Terminators over there.
Yeah. Brutal.
And Predators at the back and Death Company there, not touched.
There's not much left.
Call being in the centre of the army is fantastic to give everybody rerolls. So I scored Objective 3. I didn't get Area Denial because Alex is in the middle of the board. I've got Secure Objective 6 and Defend Objective 6. What's your leadership on your Terminators? Is it 9? Because you... It probably is 9. I'd be surprised if it was lower. Just because I've got Psychological Warfare, so...
Yeah.
They're not going to be the target to go for, I don't think.
Terminators is 8. Oh, Sergeant 9.
Yeah, okay, so you can't fail that.
Yeah.
So you can't fail that one. Okay, so I'm going to ditch Objective 2. I score 2 points. So score is 5 points to 2 at the moment. I'm going into turn 2 for the Blood Angels. At the start of the game phase, I choose or roll for a Canticle. So I'm going to roll. I get a 6. That's not very good, I don't think. So I'll tell you what it is when we do Alex's turn. I don't think it's going to affect much. Of dice exercise. Okay, that's the end of the movement phase in turn 2 for the Blood Angels. Much to Alex's disgust, the Canticle I rolled was, or I chose rather after rolling, was +1 strength for all AdMech models. So, given that he's about to charge me, he's really looking forward to that. So, what happened in the movement phase? In fact, first things first, what objectives did you draw? Secure, which ones did you have already? So you had 6 already, didn't you? Secure Objective 6. Did you draw 3 this turn? No, so you drew Secure Objective 3, Psychological Warfare, and Behind Enemy Lines. Behind Enemy Lines you've got already, unless the Storm Raven dies to Overwatch. In fact, I think they're probably in my deployment zone anyway. 3 you should get over there with the Storm Raven if you destroy my Onager, which, I don't know, might happen, I guess. And 6 you're not going to get because that's still that one down there. So, yeah, what happened? Terminators moved forwards. The Warlord Sanguinary Priest moved forwards. The Death Company jumped off the building down to here to just join in the fun. The Sanguinary Guard and the other priest have just moved up. Some charges coming up, and the Death Company have also done the same. And the Storm Raven obviously has moved forwards, gone into hover mode this time. So that's the end of movement. We'll go into shooting now, and we'll see if he can enact his vengeance. Alright, that's the end of the shooting phase in turn 2 for the Blood Angels, and honestly I can't remember what shot at what, with the exception of the Storm Raven. All I know...
to say what actually hit.
Yeah, all I know is the Sanguinary Guard with their melter pistols killed 2 breachers. The Storm Raven killed the last 2 destroyers, and that was it, I think. They were all the models I took off, nothing else took wounds. So not the most successful of shooting phases, but you've cleared a couple of assault paths.
Yeah, but...
The 2 Predators did nothing, essentially.
2 Predators did nothing.
Yeah.
All the pistols here did nothing.
Yeah.
All my melter did nothing.
You killed 2 dudes with the melter.
Oh, no.
You killed 2 destroyers.
That's true.
Breachers, sorry.
It was, yeah... It didn't feel good.
No. But now he's going to enact revenge in the assault phase.
You're making 6-up saves as well.
I did make a couple of 6-up invulnerables, yeah. So now it's the assault phase, so we've got a bajillion charges to go. Let's hope I can do something on Overwatch. We'll come back in a bit. You know, 2 models.
Terminator.
Yeah, we only had 1 wound left.
Yeah, I know, but...
Right, so that's the end of the charge phase in turn 2 for the Blood Angels. The Death Company lost the guy to Overwatch against the Vanguard here. The Sanguinary Guard made it into Belisarius Call. The Priest in the middle and the Death Company made it into the Breacher. The Warlord made it into the Skitari Vanguard, and the Terminators over there made it in, but they charged first and lost the guy to Overwatch. So that's that. Let's get on to the fight phase. Right, so that's the end of the assault phase. Alex is just rolling for how many objective points he gets. So the Death Company here made very short work of the 5 Vanguard that they charged. The Sanguinary Guard charged Call, did 1 wound to him. In return, I killed one of the guard and put a wound on another one. I put a wound on the Warlord with the Vanguard, which was nice. Didn't do anything to the Terminators, and then Terminators killed 1 and the Warlord killed 1, I think.
No, Terminator did nothing.
Yeah, they did. The Thunderhammer killed one.
Oh, killed one.
Thunderhammer killed one.
Yeah.
And the Death Company there killed the Lone Breacher. So that was fun.
I feel like I need to bring either Necrons or Eldar.
Necrons won't do any damage.
No, I just won't die.
Oh, right, yeah, that's right. Well, they will the amount of ones you roll.
I'll just get
It's irrelevant what army you play because it's all ones.
I'll just come back somehow.
Okay, so that's the end of that. So we're going in. What did you get objective-wise?
I got a 2-pointer for behind enemy lines.
Yep.
For a D3. Objective 3 is there,
Nope.
so I couldn't do anything to you.
Nope.
Psychological warfare,
Nope.
which is unattainable, and yeah, I got 2 objective 6s.
Okay, brilliant. So that's another 2 points for Alex. So it's now 7 points to. I think I've got 2. 7 points to 2. I think I forgot to note it down. Yeah. So 7 points to 2 in turn 2, and we're going on to AdMech turn now. Yeah, let's see what happens. Okay, so objective-wise, I drew defend objective 5, which, given that it's in that building over there and all my stuff's over here, I'm never going to achieve. Secure objective 3, I drew again. So I've moved my Dominus round to, in case I don't destroy that, I've now got more units claiming it. Area denial I kept from last time, so if he's outside of 12 inches of the middle of the board, I get D3 victory points. Defend objective 6, I'm on my second turn of doing that, so that's 2 victory points. And psychological warfare, I'm probably not going to get, but I might. It's basically how that's going. Movement-wise?
I'm surprised if I'm not tabled by the end of next turn.
Maybe. I haven't got much left. Obviously, I've got a knight, but...
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, so the Dominus has moved round. The Call fell back from combat after regaining his wound, and the Knight's moved round. The Dominus on this side, who was down there, has moved round to get in the side of the Terminators. And that was all my movement. So we're on to shooting now. Let's see what we do. Alright, that's the end of the shooting phase in turn 2. for the AdMech and the Knight. So the Onager here fired its 2 heavy stubbers at the Death Company there and killed 1, I think. The neutron laser then fired over at the Predator and did nothing to it. This guy didn't do anything, I don't think. I killed the Storm Raven with the melter gun off the Knight. The heavy flamer killed one of the Death Company, and the Avenger cannon killed one of the Sanguinary Guard. Cole didn't do anything because he fell back. They didn't do anything. That guy there with his Volkite, I think, killed one of the Sanguinary Guard.
Yeah, he did, yeah.
And the Phosphor did nothing. And these guys failed to do anything useful to that Sanguinary Priest in the middle with their sniper arquebuses. Yeah, the big guns anyway. So we're going into the assault phase. I need to work out what I'm going to charge with the Knight. I think I'm just going to go straight forwards and multi-charge everything that I can. I think that's what I'm going to do. So we'll do that, we'll resolve Overwatch, and then we'll come back.
Back, dead unit.
Not if the whole unit's dead, I don't think. Right, so that's the end of combat. The Knight charged into the Sanguinary Guard and the Death Company. The Sanguinary Guard stripped 4 wounds off him with Overwatch, I think.
Yeah.
And then I stomped everything into mushy paste. Yeah, I split my attacks between the 2 units and stomped them to death.
It's just
basically
a matter of time now.
Yeah, I think
time.
so.
Just clean up time.
That guy over there, the Dominus, killed the Terminator. And then I put another wound on the Warlord with the Vanguard, but didn't do anything to that Terminator there. So that is... Hang on, you haven't fought back yet.
There's no need.
So hang on, we'll come back in a sec after Alex has finished fighting.
Wrong, but we've been static saying like...
Alright, so that's the end of turn 2 for the AdMech, and also the end of turn 2. So what happened? The Knight, we saw a second ago, killed the Sanguinary Guard and the Death Company in combat. These Death Company then hit back and did 3 wounds to him. The Warlord, the Terminator, and a couple of the Death Company guys killed 5 of the Vanguard, but I passed my morale test there. And that was all the combats, really. So my Knight's still locked up with the Death Company, but also obviously the Terminator's locked up, and the Warlord's locked up. So objective-wise, I defended objective 6. I got 2 turns of holding it, so I get 2 points for that. I secured objective 3 here. And area denial, there's nothing of Alex's within 12 inches of the centre. Rolled a d3 and rolled a 1. Ooh, I can command point it. I'm going to command point it. And get another 1.
How does it feel to be kind of like me?
Yeah, it's alright. So that's given me 4 extra points there. I had 2 already, so it's 6 points to me and 5 to Alex going into turn 3 for the Blood Angels. And my Canticle's the Omnissiah. I'm going to pick +1 strength. How's that make you feel?
Do you know what? Yeah, whatever.
Oh, actually, no, maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm going to pick the other one. There's another one.
Was it like bring everyone back?
No.
Oh.
Roll a d6 for each enemy unit that is within 1 inch of any affected units. On a roll of a 6, they suffer d3 mortal wounds.
Oh, behave.
I'm going to do that. Litany of the Electromancer. Let's do that, and we'll come back after Alex has moved in turn 3. Alright, so that's the end of the movement phase for the Blood Angels. The Warlord Sanguinary Priest is healed back up to full. He's got his wounds back. The other Sanguinary Priest has moved around to try and take out the Dominus because he's got Assassinate as one of his cards. What was the other one you drew? Or was that the only one?
That was it. Psychological Warfare and Objective 6. So.
Yep. Okay, so to get Objective 6, these guys fell back from combat and have moved over, and there are now more of them on that objective than there is of me. So he's claimed that one. My Knight's now free, and the Warlord's still in combat, as is the Terminator. He's got some shooting to do, so we'll come back after shooting phase. Record it. That's the end of the shooting phase in turn 3 for the Blood Angels. The Predator at the far left over there stripped off 12 wounds, I think, from the Knight.
Yeah, it's quite a lot.
Something like that. Or was it? Yeah, it was. Yeah, 12 wounds on that. And then this Predator on the right, as we're looking at it, stripped off 5 wounds from the Onager.
It could have been a shite.
It could have been more, but you failed with all your autocannon.
Yeah,
I think
3 1s and 1 2.
Yeah, 1 frag grenade and bolt pistols at the Rangers in there, no damage.
And the
combi melter at the Knight and didn't do anything either. So we're going into assaults now. I think it's only that Sanguinary Priest going in. I can't overwatch, you can't fail, in you go. We'll do these fights and we'll come back to you. 2 6s, isn't it?
Yeah. And nothing for Assassinate, I guess.
Okie dokie.
There wasn't a character in there.
No, it is actually only characters. Right, so that's the end of the assault phase and the end of turn for the Blood Angels. The Warlord killed the last of the Vanguard and consolidated forwards. The Sanguinary Priest put a wound on the Dominus, and then the Terminator put another wound on the Dominus. The Dominus put 2 wounds on the Sanguinary Priest, I believe is what happened. Mm-hmm. So that's that. We're now going on to turn 3 for the AdMech. Alex scored 2 points for the scoring Objective 6 with his Death Company over there. Finally. So the score is now 7 points to 6, I believe. So it's very, very close, but you've got Line Breaker as well.
Yeah,
when it ends.
The Warlord.
Yeah, maybe.
I would have thought so.
Maybe. He's only got a Knight and Belisarius Call and a load of snipers facing at him, and a Dune Crawler because he's the closest target.
He's alright, he'll be alright.
He nails. Right, so turn 3 AdMech coming up. Alright, so that's the end of turn 3 for the AdMech. I've done it all as a combined turn because I've got very little left to move. So the Knight shuffled over to get a view on the Death Company. He killed a couple, 2 I think, with the combination of Melter Gun and Avenger Gatling Cannon. He's hitting on 5s, so that's why he wasn't particularly good. The Onager here fired its 2 Cognis Stubbers at the Death Company, killed 1. The Neutron Laser fired at the Predator on the right there and stripped off 3 hull points. Call fired his Solar Atomizer at the Sanguinary Priest, who was Alex's Warlord, and did 3 wounds to him. And then this guy down here took the last wound off. The Rangers in the building killed... Did they kill 1 with shooting, or did they not kill anybody with shooting?
I think maybe 1.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah. But then they charged in and killed the Death Company guy to give me Objective 6. And down here, my Dominus killed the Sanguinary Priest, and then Alex did 1 wound to me with the Terminator. So that's the end of turn 3 for the AdMech. I score 1 objective, which is Secure Objective 6. I'm ditching Secure Objective 5 because it's too far away. And I got Warlord killed that turn. So we'll work out what the points are. In fact, I'll just tell you now. I've got the Warlord noted down. I've got one. It is 8 points to 7 currently. So yeah, we'll be back in a sec with turn 4. Okay, folks, that's the end of turn 4 for the Blood Angels. And Alex has decided to call it there. Partly because it's now 10 o'clock at night and we've been playing for a little while, and partly because with the cards he's just drawn and the luck I just had with my saves on a character, there's no way he can claw the points back to get a victory, so we're just going to call it there. So the final score is 8 points to 7. Basically, the 2 cards Alex drew were Secure Objective 5, which is in the top of that building,
and Defend.
Secure and Defend.
Yeah.
So, and obviously because tanks can't get up buildings, he couldn't reach the objective to claim it.
There's just no point.
He fired las cannons at this guy, and I made my invulnerable save, so he didn't get any points on that. So he didn't get Assassinate.
Yeah.
But he did put some wounds on the Onager, but that's so that's that. So I have 2, 4, 5. I think I've got 10 models left from the 30, 40 I started with. So it's pretty brutal the way that worked, actually. Very unlucky rolling from Alex and very good rolling for saves from me a number of times. Another thing that he wasn't very happy about was the number of rerolls I could get because of my Dominus's Domini and Call. I was pretty much re-rolling everything in the shooting phase, which didn't make him very happy sometimes.
Well, it is what it is.
It is.
The problem I have, I know it sounds like I'm whining, and I am, but like Matt can even vouch to this. Yeah. The rolls I had were absolutely non-statistical for every single round.
Yes, very much so.
It's awful.
Five dice, 4 of them end up being below 2.
Yeah, every time.
Two or below, pretty much. Yeah, pretty consistently every turn. So I enjoyed that game, even though it was very unfortunate from a rolling perspective for Alex. I hope he sght of enjoyed it as well.
No, I
playing 8th and all that sort of stuff.
No, I definitely enjoyed it. It was just somewhat frustrating because it was like, I don't know, with that kind of army.
Yeah.
With the assault army, it was like, right, push everything up and just go balls deep. Yeah. And it could have paid off, but my rolling was just shocking.
You did get very unlucky. That is true.
It's a shame, but it doesn't matter.
They'll be back.
They will be back, and they might win a game at some point.
They might. I reckon you could probably do alright against Tau. Because Tau are mostly hitting on 4s in shooting. From what I've seen, Will has, they're pretty fragile. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. I reckon you could.
No, it's not. I definitely got a couple of tweaks to make to the list.
Yeah.
Definitely got a couple of tweaks. I think running the Storm Ravens, they need to be.
You need more anti-tank.
Yeah.
Well, not anti-tank. You need more. With that list, you need more high damage.
Yeah, with that list, there was too much sort of 4s and 5s and 6s from the infantry.
Yes.
But not enough sort of 8s and 9s. So I think melters and las on the thingies, on the Ravens. But no, it was good. It was great learning.
Yeah, it was good fun. So yes, that's great. So game number 1 of 8th edition. Game number 1 for the AdMech.
Yeah.
And that's a win for the AdMech.
And
Knight.
Sneaky little thing. My new army's on the way.
Ah, okay, very exciting. I don't know what that is, so I'm looking forward to seeing that. We do this quite a bit, actually. We're picking and choosing new armies all the time. As you can see, you've never seen the AdMech before, and that's not been all that long since I started them. And that was a surprise for the rest of the guys until last weekend when I just dropped them on the table in front of everybody.
Yeah, that's good.
Will has been working on a new army, which was his Tau, which he just appeared out of nowhere. Yeah. Alex has now got a new army that he's working on that nobody knows what it's going to be. I'm very excited to see what it is. I reckon, knowing Alex, he's been pressuring everybody for so long. He's absolutely desperate to see them. I reckon it's probably going to be Orcs.
Dude, I'd love it to be Orcs. I just don't have the patience.
Oh, okay. Well, double bluff maybe.
Oh, yeah.
Could be. Maybe it is Orcs. All right, we'll see. Anyway, that's enough random rubbish from me. Thank you very much for watching. We hope you enjoyed that. Stay with us. There will be plenty more 8th edition games coming up. Sorry it's taken us a little while to get it out. And we hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much.
See ya.
Bye.